part of me was, I don't want to be tucked away behind them. I just wish that. I'm not going to yeah, we're gonna. No, you have to when you open there. No, I'll pop it. You get jump in front of me. Far from. We're getting like you're doing extra photos in the IPF right now. I guess there is one. I can't fit it around here, so they're doing like stage. We're talking about post Valley and Slum. You overseen the race through all that?
No, not yet. I'm busy. No, I need to. I don't know. I did. Do you know? She's the director of program.
They make me
My boyfriend
I mean, there's week and then there's three.
Yeah, for sure.
The movie's great, but that doesn't run.
Yeah, it could be like fragrance.
Right.
Yeah.
Good, yeah. Draft stuff. There's gotta be destroyed.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. That's the person I
So we have like they
yeah, I do.
I'm like, we have that shut and I will go where we don't have to shut. So that's how I figured it. But yeah, it was cool. And we
Overseas, just to shoot him an email
today.
Notorious for not responding. Maybe I'll be like,
got off and just went to where it was busy.
not a
For us, we brought like
but I'm also gonna take it as a time to like, it's great. I never had
someone valley.
any spreads on how long.
I think I saw that on Facebook.
Better spot to watch.
I've been down there for spring training, or you know, you'll get a real job. So I'll take Martin, so I can and we'll not
It's good to have
There's nothing wrong with that.
brings the
Yeah, the other thing I would think that more traffic.
And especially, I feel like it's in our nature, we're in trouble and it's like it tries
It's just, you know, how it is that.
like, even here when I was
get it drafted.
So Dallas will have you step off, squeeze in, and then flip flop.
Good afternoon. Thank you, for coming out here. Obviously, we're so excited to welcome JJ and Dallas here today, new members of the family. As we've always tried to add here, just really talented players, positive, growth mindset oriented, players that are able to be great in the community, players that are able to uphold the tradition of this great organization. So we're excited to have them. They fit everything we've ever asked for. I'm sure they've had a few minutes to talk about the CFP and how that game went. But we're glad to have them from the championship pedigree that they come from, the talented players, and we're through the moon. We were able to get both of them yesterday. So with that, I'll welcome JJ.
Just want to say, it's an absolute blessing to be part of this great organization. So much thanks to the Will family, Coach O'Connell, Kwesi for, having faith in me to, be a part of this organization and help win games here. And I, just can't wait to get to know everyone in the building, get to know all of my teammates, and get in the playbook and get this thing rolling. Any questions?
JJ, you talked about on the call just about wanting to be with the Vikings. This is the place you want to be. What was it that was most attractive to you about wanting to be a Viking?
First, obviously, just the organization's outstanding. And then you add the players and the pieces that are around it and the coaches and just everything about, being in the Midwest is something that I always gravitate towards. And, it was just the perfect fit for me. And, I talked with a lot of the quarterbacks throughout this process, and it was the perfect fit for them, too. So, just extremely blessed to be here. Obviously, it's a, huge honor, and I hope to just, prove them right.
You kind of go about the competitive part of this that you're just going to start getting into now in terms of when you get on the field or obviously the sign Sam Darnold here. What's your sort of mindset as you enter into that period in your career?
My mindset is just take one day at a time, really focus on just getting to know everyone's names, getting to know the playbook inside and out, and, focus on being the best version of myself every single day. And, I've been doing that leading up to this point, and it got me here, and I'm just going to continue to, strive to do that every single day.
JJ, what was that moment like when you heard your name called, you got the call from Kwesi and Kevin? I'm sure you had a vision that was it better than what you had expected?
It was definitely better than what I expected. I woke up that morning and I felt like my stomach was in my throat. It was just one of those big days, for all of us that are going through this process that, it's once in a lifetime. You try to soak it all in. But, when that phone call came around, it was, something different, a feeling that I can't describe. And it was just, overwhelming emotions of joy, bliss, everything about the opportunity that's in front of me, just extremely grateful from, this organization all the way down to, all the way up to God and putting me in this position. So, just absolutely thrilled when I got that call, and now it's just let's get to work.
Any interesting texts from some of your teammates that are already on the team?
Yeah, I got a lot of texts, just Josh Metellus, I'd say this, former Michigan man, he told me, hey, this is Josh Metellus, number 44. It's like, come on, man, I know your number. I know who you are. Yeah, I'd say that's the most interesting one so far. Yeah.
What was the scouting report of Dallas for the
Game wrecker. Somebody that could affect, the game at all times. Somebody that we're going to have to make sure our mic point is directed towards his side. Chris Braswell, another great player, but, we knew 15 was somebody we were going to have to worry about. And, it's going to be amazing not being able to, get hit by him now. In practice, might get a little dicey. I don't know how it is as a rookie. But, I'm just super blessed to have him on the team, not just because of the great player he is, but, the great person. I got to spend some time with his family on the plane and just, made it the right roots, and really just appreciative that Coach O'Connell, Kwesi, the Will family added him to the team because he's a great addition.
JJ, welcome to Minnesota. Sorry about my audio issues.
All good.
Wanted to ask you about, obviously you've done a lot of things like with kids in the community, and you established your foundation, I know. Just how much do you know about the Vikings kind of off-field culture, and what kind of an impact does that make, or how much does that matter to you?
What I know so far, just a little booklet I was given, that they're very involved in the community, especially with the next generation. That's something that, makes this organization so great and something that I really appreciate. So just being able to learn from the older guys and how they went throughout that process with the nonprofits and the foundations and stuff like that is going to be invaluable. And I can't wait to get rolling with it because all I hear about is how great the people are in Minnesota, and I can't wait to, meet them individually and make those connections.
Kwesi said yesterday that your superpower is your emotional intelligence. What would you say your superpower is?
Kwesi's a smart man. I go with that. I go with that just because, I understand whenever you're part of a team, whenever you're trying to build something, you have to all do it for each other. It's not about me, it's about we. And being able to connect with my teammates on and off the field is something that I hold to utmost importance, and realize that, in order to go to battle with somebody, you got to trust that they got your six at all times. So it starts with developing those relationships and being able to connect with each person individually, because everyone has a different style of leadership and a different style of communication, and just being able to figure that out right away is going to be another thing that I'm really focusing on stepping in here. And I'd say it's that EQ for sure. I haven't talked to anybody yet, but I've only heard great things about the quarterback room. Obviously, from the top down, Coach McCown, he's just an amazing coach, amazing human being. Sam, Jaron, Nick, just can't wait to be a part of it, because all I hear is that they're just great dudes that love ball, want to compete every single day, and I want to be a part of that. So, it's going to be a lot of fun meeting times, a lot of fun practices, and, can't wait to spend a lot of time with them.
JJ, what do you think about the potential of playing with Justin Jefferson?
Surreal, honestly. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Aaron Jones, the big boys, Christian Darrisaw, Brian O'Neill, I just met him earlier, Garrett Bradbury, all great pieces. There's so many more that I could sit up here and just list all of them, but, a lot of great pieces that make this organization what it is, and, Justin is just a key part of that, and, he already let me know I go by Jets, so we don't get any confusion there, but yeah, it'll be great to get that connection going with all the guys, and he's definitely a key piece to that.
A lot of the pre-draft comments that you said that you're a winner. What does that mean when you do that?
It means everything, because, the way I view the game of football is, winning's the ultimate thing you strive for. And, I'm a believer every place I've been. It's the ability to attract winning. That's a byproduct of what you do on a day-to-day basis, and, how you water your roots to get those apples off that tree. And just being able to continue and evolve to, get to the success that we want to get to as an organization. It's going to be a fun ride, and I just can't wait to do it with a great group of people and, a great, top-down organization.
JJ, when you were in Michigan, were you ever aware that you're in the type of offense that might be harder for NFL teams to project?
I guess from the standpoint of just, volume of reps, I could see that, especially being, 3 and done. But, this was a pro-style offense that I came from, that Coach Harbaugh ran in San Fran and had success with. So just being able to do the things that, they expect me to do coming in here and have those reps has been huge and crucial. And, it was a process of a lot of, questionable, like, hey, why aren't we throwing it here? But that's just because, confident in my abilities and, want to sling it. But, just at the end of the day, do whatever the coaches ask of me, and, go from there.
Did Justin reach out to you? Did you reach out to him? How did you guys have that little?
He reached out to me. He sent me a great text, and, I'll add to that. He told me confidence is key in this league, and just being able to hear that from him and just be able to, get introduced to all the wise words that he's going to be giving me over the years. I'm just extremely excited and can't wait to get going.
JJ, at what age did it hit you that you could play at the highest level?
I would say it didn't really hit me until I got here. You know, I've always just been striving to be a better version of myself every single day, and wherever that takes me, it takes me. You know, 5th grade is really when I started editing my life to get to this point today. You know, stop with the BS in school and really focus on my grades, focus on training, focus on all the right things, and, you know, it got me to this point, so I'm just going to continue to go down that path.
JJ, you talked a little bit about how this was such a good fit for you in terms of development. How do you, now that you're here, go about kind of leveraging, whether it's Josh McCown, Kevin O'Connell, veterans in the building, how do you leverage those resources to develop as a quarterback?
Well, they have to know that you care and that you want to get better. So just being in the building, you know, first one here, last one to leave, just getting around them and exhausting those relationships and making sure that, you know, I almost bug them too much about wanting to get better and wanting to learn from them, because, you know, that's a lot of the regrets that, you know, former players have told me, is that they wish they spent more time with their coaches and used those resources to their utmost advantage, and I plan on doing that.
JJ, Quasey talked about a call that you guys had during the whole process where you had asked him, like, is there a reason that you wouldn't draft me? Just curious, like, kind of your recollection of that conversation and how it went getting to know him. And you talked about confidence, just your comfort level in asking what maybe a kind of a bolder, direct question like that.
You know, that's something like that. First off, that conversation was on the spring game, you know, right when it started, and I wanted to be no place but talking with him. And, you know, he's such a great guy, such a great human being, and being able to answer the questions he would ask, you know, his executives, that's what he introduced it as, was, you know, an honor to be able to be in that position. And, you know, we just hit it off. Like, he was asking, like, what's a song that embodies who you are and all that good stuff. But the reason I asked that question is because I was genuinely curious, because I'm always trying to get better, and I want to hear from great minds and different perspectives on how to do that. And, you know, Quasey and I developed a great relationship, and I felt comfortable, you know, asking him that question.
JJ, with your background on the ice as well as in football, is it fun coming to the state of hockey? And
Oh.
at what point did you decide to concentrate on football instead of hockey?
It's amazing coming to the state of hockey. I've heard so many great things, got my butt kicked by a lot of Minnesota teams. So, you know, I can't wait to get out there on the pond in the winter and do all that fun stuff, go to a Wild game. And, you know, it stopped my freshman year of high school just because it was getting too much. I was first year AAA hockey at the time, so I was, you know, practicing Monday through Thursday with football, and then right after that I would drive an hour to Skokie, Illinois, and have hockey practice twice a week. So it got a lot, and, you know, just with the travel and just, you know, overdoing, you know, or overstraining my schedule, and had to make a choice. And, you know, I just listened to my heart, listened to my gut, and felt like I made the right decision.
You never got called over to Yost when they had hockey injuries last winter?
No, I did not. I wasn't that good. But I enjoyed it for sure.
All right, thanks, JJ. We'll bring Dallas.
Thank you, guys.
What's going on, everybody? First off, I just want to give a big thanks to the Will family, Quasey, you know, Coach O'Connell, for taking a chance on me and picking me up, you know, in the 17th and trading up to get me, you know, just a blessing and ready to be a Viking. Questions?
When you look at Coach Flores and his defensive scheme, what's one thing that excites you most about playing?
The sacks that are produced by him, you know, and how he frees his pass rushers up to make a lot of plays and stuff like that. But, you know, I definitely know his history, you know, his defensive background, so, you know, I'm really excited to get to work. I'm going to be honest. JJ definitely hurt my feelings January 1st. You know, that was probably the first time I done cried a little minute. But it was you know, we teammates now. You know, after the game, I kind of unfollowed him on Instagram, you know, a little salty. But, you know, yeah, we teammates now, you know. That's my brother now, so, you know, we go to war together. So, you know, that's my ride or die now, so, yeah.
Did you re-follow him?
Yeah, I did recently. I actually did recently, yeah. But, you know, I always kept up with him still. You know, I always knew who he was. We came out in the same high school class, so, you know, we always knew about each other.
Tell us, what has it been like just going through this process with your family, with your brother, looked like you guys had matching jackets last night. Just what does that mean to you?
It's just a blessing. My whole family, they've been there since day one. So, they seen from the bottom to the top. But, it's just a blessing, to spend time with my family, time like this too. Seeing a lot of stuff pay off, a lot of dreams come true, just a lot of time, and sacrifices, just pay off. So, I wouldn't want to spend it with nobody else but my family, the ones that have been there since day one. So, shout out to them. Love them.
How do you think Nick Saban in Alabama compared you to be an NFL pro? Because we always hear about how NFL ready you guys are. Do you think you're prepared to step on the field and contribute day one?
Oh, yeah, I feel like I'm most definitely prepared. But it was more of, I wouldn't say it was a certain lesson, but it was probably just like the day-to-day life of, being held to that standard of being a student athlete at the University of Alabama. And, everybody can't do that. But, it was definitely just a day-to-day lifestyle, of just being an athlete, student athlete, and, just being coached by him, seeing him every day in practice, him always being hard on you no matter what. And so, it was a blessing to be coached by Coach Saban. I feel like I wouldn't be who I am today if I wasn't at the University of Alabama or for Coach Saban. But, it was just it's a blessing to be coached by him for sure, to be a part of that last team. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It was we played them. I was in the 11th grade, I believe. Yeah, so we actually came up to D.C. from South Florida to play Gonzaga, and it didn't turn out the best way. But I kind of seen the potential in him. The first pick and everything like that. But a real good quarterback for sure. And hopefully we get to play. I mean, we do play him this season. So yeah. So hopefully I get to see him again.
We're playing twice every year.
Yeah, twice. Yeah.
Dallas, what was last night like for you to see all those offensive players going off the board? Just what was kind of your feeling as that was happening?
It was most definitely surprising for sure. But I still clapped. Showed a lot of support. A lot of guys' dreams came true last night. But it was a good experience to see that much offensive dudes go first. But defensive players got to get a little love too. But it was different for sure. But I'm happy to be a Viking. When I got that phone call, it was just, and I seen where it was from. I immediately dropped my head. Because I knew I was going to a good organization. So yeah.
Dallas, yesterday Kevin said you have lofty goals for yourself.
Yeah. One of my main goals going into my rookie season is really just being the best teammate possible. Being one of those dudes that my teammates could trust. And, honestly, just being a sponge and just being willing to learn all the information I can as fast as I can. And, and just always remaining humble too, throughout this process, not getting a big head, with the situation I'm in now. But, I'm just blessed and thankful, and just without God, nothing is possible, so.
Dallas, has anyone reached out to you?
Oh, yeah, so, Aaron Jones reached out to me. Jonathan Gennard, a person that I used to watch film on, he was playing for the Texans, so I remember him from college, too. I used to watch him a lot, so, when I got that text from Jonathan Gennard, it meant something, for sure. But all the text messages that I got from Josh Metellus, Aaron Jones, it meant a lot, too, just feeling that love from, my teammates now. It's just a blessing to be in a building with a good group of guys like that, so, yeah.
When exactly did you realize being a pass rusher and rusher type was your best fit in football?
Honestly, probably in the 9th, 10th grade, to be honest. My parents and my family can tell you this too. Growing up, when I first started playing football when I was 5, I was a running back. Running back / linebacker / corner, DB, whatever. But I was a skilled position, so I was used to playing in open field and stuff like that. And so it was all throughout middle school, wide receiver, strictly offense though at that time. And then my 9th grade year, shout out to Coach Pat Surtain's dad. He was my high school coach. And so it was one time I was at receiver, and then he asked me to get a rep at the end. And then so that one rep changed my whole football career. So I'm here now as a pass rusher, so, yeah.
What's it been like to prove to yourself that you can continue to advance as an edge rusher after that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, after that, I'm a very ambitious person. So, as soon as I found my little, what I knew I was going to do for the sport of football, it was, I went hard. I wanted to know everything about it. I wanted to know different pass rushes, how they rush, and just different techniques and stuff like that. And I was willing to learn a lot. So, watched a lot of guys, watched a lot of football, and just understood, the art of pass rushing and just playing on line of scrimmage in general, just being a defensive end. So, I fell in love with it.
Dallas?
Oh, yeah, I definitely did when I ran rep, yeah. No, yeah, it was like a little sack, but I was fast, fast and stuff like that. So I did a little move and it looked good, and so he was like, okay, I like it. And then ever since then, my hand was in the dirt. So yeah.
Dallas, what is it like just kind of going through this whole pre-draft process, finishing up school, all of that, and now, just kind of being able to, where you are.
Yeah.
Focus on football.
Yeah, I mean, I really feel like it's just that cloud is just gone now. Knowing where you're at, and knowing where your feet are at too, and just knowing where your home is now. So it's now it's just time to get to work, as fast as possible. So yeah.
How comfortable are you with dropping back in coverage? And it seems like you were asked to do that quite a few times. Why would you be comfortable doing that?
I mean, I really just do whatever like the coach tells me to do. So just being coachable and stuff like that, I got the opportunity to learn different ways how to play the game of football from my position. So dropping back is something that I acquired, over the years, Alabama, playing football there, and really, it's something I enjoy. Just football in general. But football is football. So if I got to drop, if I got to rush the passer, whatever the coach tells me to do. So yeah.
Thank you all.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.